and said, Zahid, you keep talking on so many issues and topics. Your memory must be fantastic. Is it possible for all of us to improve our memory? And my instant answer was simple. Of course, the memory can be improved by everyone, and that too very vastly. It can be improved by anyone, my friend, with just normal intelligence. You don't have to have some very great IQ. And what I'm going to talk to you, friend, is simply the methods which you all know it. I'm just going to compile it, talk to you, share my views in some sequence so that it's easier to understand. So, in improving your memory, my friend, the first and the foremost method, which is very common and we all practice, is the repetition. Repetition is the most elemental and least interesting method of memorizing, I feel. You can learn and remember almost anything if you have the patience to repeat it often enough. Then I say that bring as many of your senses as possible to bear on what you want to remember. There's another good method. Suppose I feel that you are exhibiting an apple to a person who had never seen one before. If he or she looked at the apple, he or she would carry away a certain impression of it. But the person lifts it, holds it in hand, smells it, and even tastes it, he or she will carry a clearer and a more lasting memory surely. Now this principle is very important in remembering names and faces of people. People who do not remember names are usually those who do not hear the name distinctly in the first place, I feel. Or they pay little attention to it. Perhaps they are more concerned with the stranger's appearance or with what kind of impression they are going to make on him or with what they will say to him. I give an example, like say a manager or any supervisor with a poor memory set out to improve this faculty. When any person comes to him, he made sure at the start that he knows the name exactly and how it is pronounced. If necessary, he would ask for the spelling of the name. Then he would write the name down and look carefully at it. It takes us few minutes. Then he would write the name down, and this will have a definite impression was made on his visual and muscular senses. In his conversation, he would repeat the name again and again. Meanwhile, he was studying the man's face and expressing the mannerism. Today, that manager, believe me, can meet and call by name even 10,000s of persons he has met or working there. Men of fruitful, the other method I feel, that they cultivate the power of attention. People who do not focus sharply and clearly on one thing at a time in conversation, they do not think so much of what the other person is saying as of what they are going to say next. They look at scenery but do not drink in the details, I would say. My friend, the men of fruitful intellect and first-rate memories invariably have excellent power of observation, then concentration and attention. Attention means sight-striking everything except the thought or experience you want to remember. That's it and nothing more. Beware of these mental hazes as a marrier avoids a treacherous shawl. Note the details of what you want to remember. That's important. Another method I feel is the association. When not fantastically overdone, is one of the shortest and the surest way of remembering or sharpening your memory. My friend, everyone has in his mind many facts to which he can anchor new facts by association. But remember, the simpler our association, the less will be burden uh, on the memory. If you are deeply and genuinely interested, your attention focuses more or less as a matter of course. It's important to have the interest. Some men are so interested in any sport that they know the names of all the big league players, their batting averages, and so entire history of the game and the players. Many extraordinary memories can be explained by the element of intense interest. My friend, the moral is try to develop a genuine vital interest in the subject you want to remember, and your memory will never fail you. Another thing I feel that gain understanding. If you do not understand a subject or a situation, you cannot be expected to remember at all. You must know the logical relations between all the given facts, and it is there safe permanently in your mind, I assure you. Make a careful and a thoughtful selection of the things that is necessary for the uh, for you to remember, and turn your mental searchlights on these alone. No one can remember, my friend. I assure you and guarantee you, no one can remember everything. Many things belong in your notebook rather than your mind. Focus your memory and attention very wisely, my friend. Do not attempt the impossible at the start. If you can't remember names and faces, select 2 or 3 persons whom you wish to remember and make a deliberate, determined effort to fix them firmly in your memory. Make a note of their names and characters, my friend. Characteristics. Look these notes over later and recreate in your memory an exact impression of your new acquaintances. Keep up your keep up this practice. You will soon be astonished at the results, that how sharper your memory become, and you don't forget anything. There are a few suggestions I've discussed with you. Try and implement and feel the difference. You will be the wisest and you won't forget anything. Thank you very much.